What is going on, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. So we're coming off of an 8-1 run on our free picks. We went 5-1 yesterday on our free picks, and then 3-0 the day before. So yesterday, the only play that sold us was our man Caruso. Had Caruso getting up to 9.5 points. I took him at 7.5 live on video. Unfortunately, the man shot 1 for 8 last night, so it was about time for him to have a bad game. He's been killing it, and last night just happened to be the one that chalked us. So other than that, we had SGA PRA over 42.5 cash. We had Siakam up to 18 points cash. Siakam dropped 28 last night, so obviously he would have cashed any points line pretty much he wanted to take. We had Soriano giving up 3.5 hits allowed, cashed. We had Palmquist giving under 5.5 pitching outs. That one was free. Then we had Dylan Cease getting 5.5 Ks, which was another play that cashed us out. So one way you guys can see, we did play the free picks right here. Put $100 on them. Cease and Palmquist, $100 to win, $212. We had SGA and Siakam, a second half slip that cashed us out, 75 to, or this wasn't a second half slip actually, but 75 to win, 161. We had Williams, Siakam, TJ McConnell, 25 to win, 62. This is one of our little promo plays that Prizepicks gave us. So if you guys are in there, you got a nice little over a double up. $100 to win, 250 here with Jake Irvin and Ryan Pepiot. And then we had Clark Schmidt and Ryan Pepiot, $100 to win, 350. We did have some money lines that cashed I didn't throw on here. We had a round robin on our money lines, which included the Phillies, the Yankees, and then OKC. And the Yankees sold us, man. The Yankees losing to the Angels at home last night in the favorable pitching matchup kind of hurt my feelings some. But other than that, guys, wasn't a bad day. Was still profitable, and hopefully we can have another profitable day today. If you guys do want to get all of our plays, you can click that link to our WAP down in the description. $10 a week or $25 a month, which is less than $1 a day. You can get every single play that we post. So today we do have WNBA and we have MLB picks. I have 2 WNBA and 4 MLB picks that I'm going to lock in. We're going to lock them in live on video. I'm also going to pick a winner from our last video to get a free month of VIP. And if this video gets 250 likes, I'll pick another comment down below to win a free month of our VIP. So make sure you guys drop a like, drop a comment, and let's go ahead and pick our winner from yesterday's video. So winner is going to be for Tyler Twice, who said, "Let's get this bag, ladies and gents." Well, Tyler Twice, send me a message on Discord. I'll get you added for a free month of VIP. I appreciate the love and support from every single one of you guys, including the haters. And yeah, let's jump into these picks. I do want to say you guys can get a free month of VIP if you don't want to risk getting them in the comments. You can get a free month by signing up to any partnered app. Those include Parlay Play, Sleeper, Chalkboard, Underdog. I'm missing something, but NOVIG, Dabble, and something else. I can't remember which app I didn't say. Better, that's what it is. But anyways, if you sign up for any of those apps with our code, you make a $10 deposit or more, and you'll get added for a free month. But anyways, let's jump into our WNBA plays of the day first, and then we'll jump over to some baseball. So our WNBA plays, the first one that I like for today is going to be for Britney Sykes. So I'm taking Britney Sykes over points, rebounds, and assists. Now I will say, her original line is 27.5. If you guys want to risk it on this, I don't think it's a horrible play just because of the matchup. They're playing against the Sky. The Sky and the Sparks are pretty much the 2 teams you want to target this season, this season in WNBA. If you look at Chicago's PRA defense, 11th, 3rd, and 10th. Now, we're going to go to the guard position, and you can see they're pretty much last in every category in terms of defense. So they give up more points, more rebounds, and more assists to the guard position than any other team in the league. So really, really favorable matchup for Britney Sykes. If you look at her last 2 games versus Chicago, she cashed one of her last 2. She had 29 one game and 10 the other. Now what I'm doing is Parlay Play actually has a boosted prop for Britney Sykes at 24.5. So you can get a 1.4x payout on this prop rather than a regular line at 27.5. So for me, I'm going to lock this in for the boost. If you guys want to play it on a different platform, you're probably not going to have this boost, and you can lock it in at 27.5 if you want. But I'm going to buy it down here. This is the slip we're going to lock in live. So Britney Sykes is pick number 1. She's cashed 6 of her last 10 games. You can see she's averaging around 32 minutes a game. She had 25, 28, and 30 her last game. But you can see these are blowouts. Blowout loss right here versus Atlanta. Where she had, it was, 56 to 89, so obviously her minutes are down. Right here, they did get beat. She had 32 minutes, 28 minutes. Right here, it was a blowout win, 104 versus Connecticut, 104 to 67. So if she gets big minutes, which I don't think they're going to get blown out versus the Sky, I don't think I don't know that the sky's not very good right now. But they did have a good game the last game, so we'll see what happens for this game. But I think it's going to be pretty competitive. I think Britney Sykes gets her regular minutes, and with her regular minutes, 28 should be a good prop for the versus the sky, and 25 is a really good prop, which is why I'm locking it in. So that's going to be our first pick of the day for WNBA. Jumping into the pair, the one I'm going to lock it in with, this is going to be with our girl Gabby Williams. So I'm taking Gabby Williams for Seattle. They're playing against the LA Sparks. I just told you guys, target teams versus the Sparks. Now I'm giving you guys a choice here. You can either play Gabby Williams' points, or you can play her PRA. If you look at her PRA this season, she's cashed at 7 of 10. If you look at LA Sparks' PRA defense, 10th, 5th, and 9th. So they're bottom tier in terms of points and assist defense, middle of the pack in terms of rebounds. So they give up a lot of stats overall. She's cashed at 7 of 11 games on the season, head-to-head versus the Sparks. She's cashed both games that she's played last season, which was 22 and 31 PRA. If you go to the points prop, same thing, 17 and 22 points in her 2 games versus the Sparks, and she's cashed at 6 of 11 games rather than 7 of 11. She's averaging 11.2 field goal attempts per game. She's missed it 2 games in a row. But before the 2 misses, she had a 5-game stretch where she almost averaged 20 points a game, shooting, what is that, a little over 50% pretty much on average in those games. So she's absolutely dominant lately. I think she has another good game today. I think you can take her points or you can take her PRA. We're going to look at payouts real quick because I didn't actually put these 2 on a slip to see what the payout is because I haven't locked it in yet. But at 11.5 points, you can get her for a double up. And I do have a little payout boost, which sucks because you can't toggle it off, so I can only play $10 on the slip. So what I'm going to do, I'm just going to do this. Well, I can't with Britney Sykes because it's a boost. It makes it a little difficult. And what I mean by this is if I lock this boost in for $10, it's 1 entry. So if I lock in $10 to get rid of this payout boost, I can't use Britney Sykes again at 24.5. So I can't do this. I'm going to do this. Hold up. Let me get rid of this payout boost so I can actually lock in a regular slip. So it's just 27.5. That's not the payout boost. We're just going to put $10. I don't think I can put 20 bucks on this. We'll try. Yeah, so the $10 max on this play. So I'm just going to put $10. Try this again. $10. So you can guys come over to track picks. Britney Sykes, 27.5. And Gabby Williams at 11.5 points. And then we're going to come over here and we're going to redo this slip with the way that we want. That way we can get that payout boost with just to see what the payout is actually at. So Gabby at 11.5 points. It is a 1.8x. So I probably wouldn't lock that in at 13.5. It's a 2.49x, and then if you go up here, it's a 2.51 for PRA. So it's really, it's tough, man, because the Sparks give up so many points. So it makes it really hard not to want to run her points line. Look, like it's literally 3rd worst points defense team in the league, giving up 86 points a game. Gabby shot well this season. Like I said, she's shooting 50% on the season, averaging 5 3-point attempts per game, not getting many free throws or anything, but she can come out here and she can get us 14 points. PRA, that's another, I mean, it could be a good line. She could drop 8 rebounds and 7 assists like she did that game versus Minnesota. You never know because they don't have a good rebounding and assist defense either. So I just don't like to take an assist sometimes because of you're reliant on other players making their shots. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to run her points at 13.5. If you guys would prefer to run her PRA, you're more than welcome. I like both lines, but I am going to run Gabby Williams points instead of PRA for this slip. So it's 2.5x pretty much. 250 is going to win 622. We got it locked in. You guys can see Britney Sykes, Gabby Williams. It's locked in, and I pretty much got the same play for the little payout boost, which maybe I'll post that. I don't know. I'm probably just going to not post that slip because I don't want to double up on it, and I like this slip better than this one, to be honest with you. But that's what I got, guys, for WNBA. So if you guys want to tell, you can. You don't have to, obviously. If you don't like any of the plays, just fade them. Trust your gut on these. But we're going to be jumping over to MLB for our next 4 picks. So 4 plays. I got 2 pitcher wins, and I got 2 pitching out props. Yes, guys, I like playing hits, runs, and RBI sometimes, but I just like pitching. I like pitching props better. I really do. Hitting props are more volatile in my opinion, but it's just up to the individual. It's kind of an opinion on that. So let's jump into our first play of the day. So the first play of the day is going to be for our man Robbie Ray. I'm taking the San Francisco Giants pitcher Robbie Ray, taking him versus Cleveland, and I'm taking him to go over 17.5 pitching out. So we're going to look at Robbie Ray on the season. He is 9-14 on this prop on the season, which is a 64% hit rate. There's no head-to-head data versus Cleveland. He is 8-1 in terms of win-loss ratio this season, a 2.54 ERA and a 112 WHIP. So averages over a strikeout per inning. Robbie Ray is a really good pitcher. playing against a decent hitting team. Actually, versus left-handed pitcher, their offense really isn't that good. I'm sadly mistaken on that one. So their batting average is a 228. They have a 294 on-base percentage and a 623 OPS, which is a bottom 10 offense in every single category. Going against one of the top pitchers in the league. Love this play. He's averaging 5.2 innings pitched. He had a very slow start at the beginning of the season. He struggled. Not gonna lie. You can see he was averaging 90-something pitches and he barely pitched 4 innings. So yeah, he struggled. But look at this stretch, man. Look at this last 10-game stretch. 8 of his last 10 games, he's cashed this line, so he's been killing it, going 7 innings in 5 of those 10 games. So, dude has been dominant as of lately. Last season, he didn't do very well, but this season, he's been killing it, man. So, I got to lock in Robbie Ray. Another prop that I like for this is I like Robbie Ray's pitcher win. So, that's going to be 2 props over 1, 2 props all at once. I like Robbie Ray's win. So, if you're betting on a pitcher win, here's what you need, guys. The pitcher has to pitch 5 innings, and then he has to be winning the game when he gets pulled, and they have to hold that lead until the game is over for the most part. So if it's 3-2 and Robbie Ray gets pulled, and then Cleveland ties up the game, then he can't get the win. But regardless, guys, I think they do. I think they come out here. I think they have a good game. I don't think Cleveland's going to light them up. If you look at Cleveland's pitcher today, it's Cachoni, or I think that's how you say his name. He's 1-3, 4.26 ERA. We'll look at him versus. Can I look at hitter stats here? Is this new? It shows their batting average. It shows 17 at-bats. It's not as good as the one on RotoWire, but I can do this for both pitchers. This is goated. I didn't know this was here. So yeah, so we're going to compare that to RotoWire actually. So I'm going to come down here to the San Francisco Giants game. We're going to click Robbie Ray. We're going to come down here and we're going to look at this pitching lineup or the batting lineup versus Robbie Ray if it loads. Of course, my internet's going to be garbage whenever I'm trying to record. So here we go. So OPS is what I like to look at. Ooh, we're going to do the slot. Okay, so OPS is what I like to look at because that's your on-base percentage plus your slugging percentage. So on-base plus slug. So this is like your total, like how hard you hit the ball, how if you hit home runs. Well, this is pretty much everything all combined together. So I like looking at OPS. Unfortunately, there isn't OPS. I'm blind. It is right here. Okay. Guys, just bear with me. I did not know this chart was here, so I'm kind of trying to compare the two. But this is here. I don't even have to pull up RotoWire, which is absolutely awesome. So OPS, Flores is a 600. Is that the same? Am I looking at? Okay, I'm looking at versus Slade Cachoni. Okay, all right, let's go back. So Robbie Ray versus Hedges. OPS is a 332. I'm trying to make sure everything is the same. Ramirez, I'm sorry I'm not talking very much, but Santana's at 819. So some of it is right. Some of it's, they must have like pinch hitters and stuff on here as well. Maybe Outliers is better. That's another reason to use Outlier, I guess. So you can see there's not a lot of players that have any data right now. You got Hedges, you got Ramirez, Santana, Quan, Thomas, with a 332 OPS, 289. 819 is pretty green. 833 is pretty good. A 667. I don't like a 667 a lot, but 3 at-bats, 8 at-bats, 8 at-bats, 10 at-bats, 17 at-bats. So there's a lot of players with or some of these players with a decent amount of at-bats, but most of the batters, most of the hitters haven't even seen Robbie Ray. So everything's looking good in this category for me. Not a lot that really scares me. We know Robbie Ray's a great pitcher, and since I can do this, I'm going to go ahead and pull Cachoni up in a separate prop rather than just clicking the chart. Just because I want to show you guys like his data versus like the offense here. So I'm going to hit pitching outs. San Francisco versus a right-handed pitcher. They don't have a great offense. They're a bottom 10 team in terms of batting average. Their on-base percentage is 322, which is top 15 in the league, which isn't bad. 322, 32% of hitters are going to get on base. Then their OPS is a 708, which honestly isn't that bad, even though it is a bottom 15. But regardless, we can look at this Cleveland or the San Francisco lineup versus Cachoni. Not many of them have seen him, obviously, as you can see. 2 at-bats with 1 home run, 2 at-bats with 0, 5 at-bats. He has a 600 OPS, 333 OPS, and then 2,500 OPS. Now, I'm going to come back here and click it here just to make sure everything is the same because I don't want to have any, like, false information. So everything is the same. There's only three with any type of data versus Cachoni, which is good. So our man Slade, I expect to have I think he's going to struggle. think he's going to give up a lot more than Robbie Ray does, and I think Robbie Ray gets the pitcher win. So that's just another reason I like him. Obviously, if you guys don't want to play pitcher wins, I don't blame you. Pitcher wins are kind of volatile. If you'd rather run the Giants money line, you can do that instead. You can look at their odds here. It should be -169 for the Giants to win. I think the Giants get the dub tonight at home, and that's just my opinion on this game. So locking it in, you guys can fade it if you want, but it's totally up to you guys. So that's going to be our first two props. Next prop is going to be for our man Luzardo. So we're taking Jesus Luzardo, and we're taking him over 17.5 pitching outs as well. This is our second pitching out prop. He's catched just 8 of 14 games on the season, which is a 57% hit rate. There is, 4 games here where he's pitched 7 innings overall. Now, his last 3 games, he has struggled. The Brewers lit him up. Toronto lit him up. He just pitched 6 innings versus the Cubs. Cubs are a really good offense. They're playing against Miami in Miami, and so Miami is not a top based off batting averages versus a left-handed pitcher. Honestly, they're a top offense, but the Marlins don't scare me. I'm not. The Marlins aren't one of those teams. I'm like, dang, they're going to come out here and they're going to light the pitcher up, kind of like the Yankees or the Dodgers or the Padres or something like that, who have a lot of good hitters. But their batting average, 252 on the season, top 10 offense, 315 on base percentage, and a 685 OPS, which is a top 15 offense in every single category. So I can't really say much versus Miami versus left-handed pitchers because they've actually been pretty decent. It is Luzardo. I expect our man Luzardo to have a good game in Miami. I really do. If you look at him on the season, he's 6-2. He has a 4.23 ERA and a 1.40 WHIP. So he's been struggling a little bit this season. Versus Miami, he has a 1.29 ERA and then a 1.14 WHIP. So head to head versus Miami, he pitched back on 4.20, blaze it, and he had 7 full innings at 21 pitching out. So pitched really well earlier this season. I expect another similar performance here tonight. I think that this was at home in Philly. So yeah, it was a home game for Luzardo. But I think he has a good game here tonight. I don't think the Marlins are going to win. I think Philly gets another win. If you want to lock in Luzardo pitching win, I think that's another good prop. We'll come up here. That's not the pitching win that I took, but it is another good prop that I like. But I don't blame you guys if you want to fade it. So we're going to look at Luzardo. We're going to come down here and look at the batters versus Luzardo. So not a lot of data. 4 at-bats, 0 hits, 3-0, 4-1, 3-2, 3-1, 2-1. The OPS is all zeros into 500 of 16, and then a 6 with an 8. So not a whole lot of data here. Not anything that looks bad for me. Their top 4 batters pretty much haven't done anything versus Luzardo, and I expect another good performance from him tonight. Now, if you look at the pitching matchup versus Quantrill, Cal, whatever. You can come down here. You can look at him. He's a 5.61 ERA with 1.5 WHIP. We can come down here and look at the batters from Philly versus Cal. 9-4, 7-3, 5-2, 9-2, 22-4. These hitters have seen this pitcher a lot, which is a very good. It's a benefit for the hitter. So looking at his OPS is 1,400, 960, 800, 750. They light Cal up. So really like this matchup for Philly versus Cal. I think Luzardo is another good pitcher win. It's actually just a bonus play I'm throwing in. I like Philly's money line. But the last play of the day, the one that I really was going to take for a pitcher win, was going to be our man Casey Mize. So I'm taking Mize versus Pittsburgh. They're pitching with Bailey Falter tonight, and I think Mize gets the win. So let's look at Mize versus this lineup. So Mize is 6-2 on the season. He has a 2.95 ERA and a 1.28 WHIP. If you come down here and scroll down to his the hitters versus Mize, there's not a lot of data. So it's obviously better for the pitcher if the hitters haven't seen the pitcher before. It's more of a chess match. If they don't know how he throws, they don't know what he's going to do versus that certain person, then they know they can't get data on Mize, which is great. So Reynolds, 3 at-bats, 1 hit. We have Frazier with 5 at-bats, 1 hit. Hayes, 3 at-bats, 2 hits. And then Isaiah, 4 at-bats and 1 hit. And you can look, OPS is 1.3, 400, 500. So not really much going on here. Mize should have a good game. Detroit's a better team than the Pirates, obviously. If we come up here and look at Bailey Falter, we're going to come down here. We're going to scroll to the Detroit lineup versus him. There's not much data here either. We do have Torres, who has 2 at-bats and 2 hits, who has a 3 OPS, which is amazing. Then you come down here to Javier, who has 1 at-bat, 1 hit, 1 home run, 2 RBIs with a 5 OPS. So his only at-bat versus Falter, he lit him up. And really like the matchup in terms of what I think Detroit should do versus Falter. If you come up here and look at Bailey on the season, he's 5-3. He's a 3.36 ERA and a 1.12 WHIP, so he's not a bad pitcher. But I just don't think he's gonna get the dub tonight versus the Tigers. So that is my opinion on this game. Casey Mize pitcher win is what I'm locking in. We can come over here and pull Mize up on an outlier as well, just to look at the 5 pitching outs this season. to make, or 5 innings this season to make sure he can go 5 innings, and we'll see what you guys think of that. So over 14.5. He's cashed 9 of 11 games, which is an 82% hit rate. So he should go 5 innings. Head-to-head versus Pittsburgh, he went 5 innings his last game, which is last season. Not really much else to say. Come down here and look at the Pirates offense, one of the worst offenses in the league versus right-handed pitchers. They have a .232 batting average, which is 27th in the league, which is bottom 3. They have a 31% on-base percentage, which is bottom 10. Then they have a .656 OPS, which is the second worst in the league. Great matchup for Mize. Don't think the same thing for Manfalter, and I'm going to lock in Casey Mize over a pitcher win. So you can lock in the 2 pitcher wins on chalkboard. You can straight bet them. You can do whatever you want. If you put them on chalkboard, you're going to get like a 3x on that slip. I believe it might be a little bit higher than that. It might be a little bit lower. But anyways, I'm going to lock in this slip. I'm going to go post it in the Discord, and yeah, guys, that's what I got for today. So a little recap of our plays. I will show you our Prizepicks slip first. Show you guys we did lock in the other pitching out prop. So right here, Luzardo and Robbie Ray, $100 to win 200. Just double up on Prizepicks. If you guys want to tell, and then you guys already saw our other slip, which was Gabby Williams and Britney Sykes, $250 to win 622. If you guys want to lock that in as well, and just to show you guys, I am locking it in. I'll lock in the MLB slip on here as well if it's still available. Luzardo, Robbie Ray. I'm going to put 250 on it to win 550. I'm going to hit place. And I'm locking it in twice for you guys because I'm that confident in this play. It's one of my favorite slips on the board right now. So Robbie Ray, Luzardo, 17.5 pitching outs, 250 to win 550. Got both slips locked in on Parlay Play. Code Fantasy Aces on Parlay Play gets you a free month of VIP. Lock them in if you like them, guys. Fade them if you don't. Hope you guys have an awesome day, and I'll see you in tomorrow's video after we hopefully can get that sweep.